Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We have seen a marginal uptick in the US markets and they were up about 0.2%. European markets however were down anywhere from 0.48 to almost about 1%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, both Nikkei and Hang Seng are up about 0.3 to about 0.5%. And SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open up almost about 25 to 27 points higher. In terms of flows, FIs were net biased in the cash market to the tune of 192 crore. The domestic institutions were biased to the tune of about 72 crore, and in the index futures, FIs were biased to the tune of almost about 39 odd crore. In terms of overall market scenario, because of the steep railway freight hike that the government has done, no doubt the community has not taken it too positively, but from a stock market perspective, it is considered to be a bold step and it is going to be taken positively by the market, and it means that the government is willing to take tough decisions and ready to bite the bullet when it comes to reviving the investment cycle. So overall, from a stock market perspective, this view is perceived positive. So we think that one should operate in this market with a positive bias, and there is a case for about 100 to 140 points kind of an up move in Nifty in the next few days. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have from the F&O side.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. On Friday, markets started the session on a positive note and markets continued to trade in a narrow range of approximately 15 to 20 points. But later post-lunch we have seen that markets started trading in negative terrain as selling was witnessed in many of the blue chip counters as Mahindra & Mahindra, Bharat Heavy, BPCL, Tata Power, Hindalco were the main top losers in the market. And Nifty finally snapped its session with a negligible loss of 0.46%. In this period, for second day in a row, we have seen that short positions were built up by market players, as around 1.53 lakh shares were added in open interest and Nifty futures price decreased by approximately 35 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carry also decreased by 16% from 13.41% to 11.26%. And Nifty futures premium also decreased from 19 points to 13 points 50 odd levels. On the options front, PCR is decreased marginally from 0.80 to 81, which is clearly indicating that put option has seen good activity than call option. India VIX also increased marginally by approximately 0.59% from 18.74 to 18.85. In the options activity, we have seen that 7,600 stands with highest number of shares in open interest in this series. If we observed in this series, 8,000 earlier was a 8,000 strike price standing with highest number of shares in open interest. Now that activity is shifted to 7,700, but now 7,600 stands with good number of shares in open interest. More than 70 lakh contracts are available. In the put option, we have seen that 7,500 stands with good number of shares in open interest since start with the series, followed by 7,400. So 7,500 might act as a crucial support, crucial level to watch on. There are 5 securities in bank period today. One is Dish TV, second is GMR Infra, third is HDIL, fourth is Indiabulls Real Estate, and fifth is L&T Finance Holding. On Friday, FIs were net buyers of 41 crores in index futures. They were net buyers of 298 crores in index options. They were net buyers of 68 crores in stock futures, and they were net sellers of 200 crore in stock options. On Friday, CVM stands at 7570. Lower range for the market would be 7,500 and higher range would be 7,700. And Singapore Nifty is up by 24 points, which is at 7552. So we may see marginal flattish to positive start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action report, starting with actionable ideas for today. First of all, because of the steep railway passenger fare hike of almost about 14% and the freight hike of 6.5%, definitely it would be negative for some of the sectors like cement, where there could be an increase in the cost up to 3 to 4 rupees per bag, and metals also, because the domestic prices for some of these metals could go up by almost about 600 rupees per ton. However, in the long run, because of the kind of increase that we have seen in the railway freight and the passenger fares, there is going to be incremental investment that could come through, which would benefit some of the companies like L&T, BHEL, BEML, Texmaco, which are providing these kind of infrastructure services. So one can go long on BHAIL with a stop loss of 234 and a target of about 246 to about 251, and one can go long on L&T with a stop loss of 1614 and a target of about 1696 to 1727, and one can go short on SAIL with a stop loss of 96 and a target of about 89. Divi's Laboratories, positive news as there is a successful completion of the inspection by the US FDA, and this is definitely going to be a big positive for Divi's Lab, so one can go long there with a stop loss of 1300 and a target of about 1366 to about 1391. Here is the list of stocks with positive and negative bias. Stocks with positive bias for today's trading are Axis Bank, ICICI Bank and Jain Irrigation, and stocks with negative bias are ONGC, JP Associates and Hero MotoCorp. In other news and update, SR Oil is considering a proposal to delist from the NSE and BSE. So this is going to be a bit of a positive for SR Oil. It remains to be seen at what price finally they are looking at doing this delisting. And also there are indications coming out from the Union Health Minister that there could be an increase in the tax for cigarettes of all the lengths by 2 to 3.5 rupees per stick. So some negative news coming up for ITC ahead of the budget. And in other news, government is looking at deferring the implementation of the GAAR or General Anti-Avoidance Rules from April 1st to about 2017. So another 1 year delay for the implementation of GAAR. And Mandhana Industries is looking to raise funds through QIP, ECBs and some other routes. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.